to Isaiah chapter 53. I think I'm actually on pace to be able to finish. Got this week and next week. Of course, I'm not going into a lot of detail in these later chapters. We have spent some time in Isaiah chapters 52 and 53, and we'll finish that up real quickly before we move on this morning. In chapter 52, beginning in verse 13, you have 5 different 3-verse stanzas that carry you through the 53rd chapter. And as I said last week, each one of those 5 groupings kind of tells us something different about this Messiah that Isaiah is pointing toward. The first ones you have in chapter 52, you have the surprising Messiah. You have the sorrowing Messiah. You have the smitten Messiah beginning in 53:4. You have the silent Messiah in 53:7. And we're in verse 10 today. We began this last week, the satisfied servant or the satisfied Messiah. I want to read these verses again beginning in verse 10. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life an offering for sin, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. After he has suffered, he will see the light of life and be satisfied. By his knowledge, my righteous servant will justify many, and he will bear their iniquities. We talked last week about that first part of the phrase where it says, yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. This discussion comes up, who killed Jesus? Ultimately, the answer is God did. The Father did. And that's kind of difficult for us to really take, isn't it?